Hi, everyone. It's me, Dr. Stacy Betancourt, with another edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy. Now, today we're going to talk about part two of Exploring Your Worth. And the last time I posted about this, I focused on examples that were applicable to me, but hopefully something that you could attach to. And I also gave the connection to hormones and how hormones play a part in our feelings and how when we positive or negative. So I've already gotten into that, so I don't want to get going again, although it's a very fascinating subject to me. So the thing is that I'm looking at today is what can we do for our emotional outlook? And all science aside, we're going to push the hormones aside and we're going to look at this as far as how we experience life in general and the benefits of living our life and our experiences without compromise. So, going a little further, how does this apply to you and your worth? The answer lies in how you choose to live your life and who you choose to have in your life. And there's that idea that it sounds simple, it really is. And as adults, we can choose how we live our life. And admittedly, there are some exceptions. Um, the first that comes to mind is if you have a boss that's really difficult to work with, or you have a coworker who's really difficult to work with, you can't just quit. Honestly, you can't. There may come a point where you need to change departments or change jobs. That could happen. But part of knowing your worth and your value and the value that you have for others and what you can offer is understanding how to deal with people who do not share your same value system. And that's okay. We are all different. And it's understanding how people are different that can build harmony. And I think that's something that's kind of missing from our society is the second someone's different than you, they're wrong or they're bad. And that's not the case. So it's being comfortable within ourselves and having that understanding of what we're worth and who we are and what we can offer. And it's that idea that can help push away the idea of those who are different or negative for whatever reason. Because remember, you can't change others, you can only change yourself. And learning how to deal with complex people, while difficult, is important. So it's that idea, though, that you create the barrier. You don't want someone trying to undermine your beliefs because that's someone trying to push change onto you. And that can have a negative impact on your life. But knowing who you want to be is vital in knowing your worth, and how you regulate that comes through. It's truly taking time to reflect within yourself. What do you want out of life? How do you want to live your life? What do you value? All of those things help to kind of define what your worth is and understand that what you are seeking in life matters. And it's that idea that you can only control yourself, you can't control others, but it's not going to stop others from trying to control your life. So it's understanding where your threshold is. This is it. I won't go any further than this. And it's finding ways of articulating that and doing so in a manner that you're not causing contention, because that's not something you want to do, especially if it goes against your value and worth. So, I like for me, I came from a very negative household. My mother was a very negative person, and I couldn't control her behavior any more than she could really control mine as I got older. I had more of a say, I had more of my own ideas. And it's not that she was a bad person. We were just very different. And the way she looked at the world was based on her experiences. So there's that component, and that's something to consider. My own mother was different. You're going to encounter people who are different. So understanding your worth makes a difference. So I knew what I wanted in my life. I knew what adjustments I needed to make in my life, and excluding people that really caused harm or the potential to cause harm, to breaking down my worth. And yes, that happens. And yes, sometimes those can be relatives. But in the end, and again, because there are places where we have to deal with certain people, it's sometimes better to make those switches on people that you can control. So it's causing a negative aspect in your life. Sometimes you have to make that change in order to protect who you are. Okay. So in the end, what matters most is that you know what your worth is. You understand what you want out of life and you're going after it. And as long as you're not hurting anyone intentionally, because again, you can't control others, you can only control yourself. And as long as you're doing it with integrity, then you're living life the way you should. And you're living life for yourself. But remember, treat everyone with grace. I'm not saying bow down to them. What I'm saying is be kind, treat them with grace, because we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what they go home to. Everyone is on a journey, including you. So treat yourself with grace and understand that the journey. Don't wait to get to the finish line. Enjoy the journey, because it's the journey that helps to make who you are today. And that's why I say that every week. So for now, think about it. Complex? You bet. Comments down below. I wish you all a great week. This is Dr. Stacy Betancourt with another edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy, and I will see you next week. Take care.